All right, welcome people to our next video. Today we will be doing Would You Rather. So sorry we've been a little late on videos for this and other stuff. We've been trying to get some new games and so that we'd have more stuff to put on for you guys, but it hasn't really been working out. So if you guys have some suggestions for some games, we will take those so that we can hopefully have some more options for videos for you guys.
And this time it's Kurt to read. So,
Yep, so I will begin. All right, so would you rather be addicted to steroids or be incredibly frail?
well, like Chrissy says in the comments, either way you're fucked.
Yeah, kind of.
Because there's side effects to steroids, such as overflowing of blood in my muscles and shit, which is like extremely dangerous.
Yeah, and then if you're frail, you fall or other crap like that, then you can break some stuff real easy.
Mm.
Um,
So,
but in a way, I'd rather if you're frail, it doesn't really necessarily have to do with a disease. So it's probably something you could work on, like just start working out and stuff, and eating like some protein and stuff like that,
right.
and you'd probably be able to start building some muscle back.
So
So
frail would be the better option.
I would think so because that might be easier to correct than being addicted to steroids, probably. So I'd probably have to choose that.
40% of people would be rather be addicted to steroids.
Jeez, that's a little high, I think. All right, now, would you rather have a house made of sprawling underground rooms and tunnels or have a small flying house?
Like the movie Up.
Right.
I think I would have the flying house because then I could go anywhere. Because it does technically it doesn't say what type of transportation you need to fly, so you can go or stop anytime.
Mm, yeah, I agree. I'd rather have the flying house than that.
Um,
Huh. Because, I mean, I kind of agree with the other one. Like, that would kind of make for kind of like a real cool, like, game of hide and seek or some shit like that, or like paintball or whatever. But, I don't know. Yeah, I'd still rather have the house. All right. Now, would you rather swallow three jawbreakers or swallow a foot long candy cane?
uh, so you have to swallow them whole.
Right.
Well, I'm definitely not going to do the foot long.
But I mean, I guess it depends on the size of the jawbreakers, but generally, most jawbreakers are big enough to where you couldn't swallow them in the first place. They would end up getting like lodged in your throat and you'd choke to death. At least with a candy cane, the candy cane's only like fucking, like 2 centimeters across or whatever.
I think either way is a potential death.
Yeah.
And how is it possible to swallow a candy cane whole if it curves at the end?
I'm assuming that it would just be straight. It would just be like a foot long straight one or whatever.
So, no thanks.
Either one, no thanks. But if I had to choose one, I guess I'd still rather go with the candy cane. Jeez. Hmm. All right. Now, would you rather pay taxes but have free public services, or no taxes but pay fully for services you need?
Uh, well, I hate paying taxes as it is. And what does it exactly mean by services?
Public services would be like your water, your electric, your gas bill. I'm assuming stuff like that. And it says public
Okay.
services, so it wouldn't mean that would also, I guess, include your trash bill too, if you have one of those anyway, because it's public services, so that's, I guess, part of it.
Okay, well, I guess I could live with that if, well, no.
Um, I don't know. For me, I'd rather pay the taxes, but have so that I'd have them free though, because that can still add up a lot.
Okay, but you said public services, so that doesn't include your in-home, appliances, utilities, electricity, right?
Yes, it does. That's a public service. And so, like your electric, your gas bill, your trash bill, your water bill, those are all public services.
Well, I
So
guess
I'd rather be able to get those for free because then I'd be able to use all the water and electricity and gas I want. So like during the winter, I could just have my heater on like all the time, and I
right.
wouldn't ever have to pay the bill. So I could have my heater going and keep my house nice and warm all the time, nice hot water whenever I wanted it. Or like during the summer, I'd be able to run my AC all the time because right now we can't really do that because that shit's way too expensive. It takes up way too much electricity. So then it would be kind of nice to switch that.
Can't help it, man.
Okay, so next one. Would you rather be a spouse of a polygamist or never have a relationship last longer than 2 years?
What's a polygamist?
More than one wife. So like if you were married, since you're a guy, if you would be married to a woman, and then she would have two or three other husbands.
No, I couldn't handle that because I'm a jealous type. So
Most people are, so yeah. I kind of agree. I don't think I couldn't handle that either. So yeah, I'd still I'd go with the other one. Never have a relationship last more than 2 years, I guess.
well, it doesn't say that you can't go back with the same person that you were in the previous relationship.
Right.
So, so yeah, I'd have to choose the red one.
Okay. Just barely on the high side. That was kind of close.
I like this one.
Now, would you rather fight Jackie Chan or fight Jet Li?
Uh, I'm a bigger fan of Jet Li, so I'd fight Jet Li, even if I get my ass kicked.
Hmm. I like them both, but it doesn't really matter. But I'd probably choose Jackie Chan just because also it would give me a chance to meet him too. So uh, I'd probably choose Jackie Chan now.
I guess he is a more fun.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Now, would you rather be Cinderella or be Ariel?
Okay, so let's look at the facts. Both both princesses have a strict guardian slash parent,
Yep.
and both aren't allowed to love technically.
Yeah.
Uh,
For the most part, if you're going by the movies, both of them end in like tragedy, basically, because you know Ariel or whatever can't be with the prince at the end, and same with Cinderella.
Right? So either way, you're fucked if you're
Yeah,
wanting to be one of them. But I guess if it came down to it in the end, I don't think I'd want to live in the sea, even if it was only partial. I just want to be on normal land.
right. I don't know. In a way, yeah, I'd probably still rather choose Cinderella too at the same time because it would be cool. Because technically, it would mean if you're Ariel, it would mean like mermaids and merman exist. So that would be pretty awesome at the same time. But then on the other side, if it was Cinderella, then that means like kind of the fairy godmothers exist. So that would mean there's like magic and stuff.
Mhm.
So then, I think that would be a little cooler to be able to have kind of a fairy godmother that could kind of give you stuff
Yeah.
just with like magic. So I'd probably choose Cinderella too. Why not?
Wow.
Jeez. All right. I mean, I guess for Ariel, there's magic too because whatever the hell her name is, Ursula or whatever, uses magic kind of to transform to give Ariel her legs too. I guess, but really. Okay, so would you rather use only Windows ME for the rest of your life or use only a 16-inch CRT monitor?
I guess Windows ME, because I'm not using it. CRT.
Well, right now I hook my computer up to my TV, so to go from my fucking big ol' ass TV down to a 16-inch monitor would suck tremendously. So yeah, I guess I'd still choose the Windows too. Wow.
Stupid.
Kind of, because that's like horrible. Oh my god.
Oh, didn't we already do this one?
Yes, we've answered this one in a previous one, so. All right. Now, if you could attend only one of the two, would you rather go to the Super Bowl or go to the World Cup final? Super Bowl.
I'm not into either one.
I'm not too much either, but either way, I'd still rather go to the Super Bowl than the World Cup. Jeez, dude.
What
Not
is the what
soccer
is the
fan.
World Cup
World
exactly?
Cup
Is that
is,
like soccer or
yeah,
something?
that's soccer. So I guess there's a lot of soccer fans, but all right. So would you rather jump forward 10 years of your life or go back 10 years? I'd rather go back 10 years. Because
Okay, well,
if you got to keep the current knowledge of what you had in between then, I'd rather go back. Because then you could keep all the current knowledge and stuff that you have. So then I could fix, I could probably kind of make some different decisions about some stuff.
if I go back 10 years, then I have to go back to dealing with my mom's ex-boyfriend being in my life. I don't want that.
So you'd rather go forward.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's only 10 years, then yes. If it was more, then I definitely go back. Like say, maybe 25 years or something like that, then I'd
Right.
go back.
Yeah, but either way, I'd still go back, I guess. So let's see who gets it. Oh, nice, I got it. Okay, I think we've answered this one in a previous video too. All right. Now, would you rather be sick for the rest of your life or kill two puppies? Really?
Well, I mean, I don't mean to sound selfish, but I'm not gonna be sick for the rest of my life.
Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna do that either. But shit, really, kill two puppies?
What if they were just born though? It doesn't have to feel that bad.
Yeah, it would. For me, anyway. I guess it would depend on how you had to do it. As long as it wasn't bad, like if you just kind of like you got the shot or whatever that they usually use to put regular dogs down or whatever. If you just had to use that, then I guess I would just choose that. So I guess I'd go with the red. Whatever. It's fucked up either way, but jeez, dude, that's kind of high a little bit, but okay. All right. So, would you rather yell a swear between every word, or get punched in the face after every swear?
So basically, having Tourette's syndrome versus having a friend that's kind of a dick that doesn't like curse words.
Right. But then he's around you like all the time because how are you? How is he going to know you're cussing like if you're at home? So is he at home with you all the time? Just to make sure that when you say one swear word, you're going to get punched in the face?
Probably.
I don't know. Just kind of like that first comment says there. It just says, just don't swear.
Yeah.
Either way, I'd rather do that because, like I said, if you have to yell with your bait or shout or whatever, a swear word between every word, there's no way you could almost ever have a job. You'd never be able to have a job.
Right.
So I'd just go with the red, I guess, and then I would just have to stop swearing, I guess. Jeez, dude, that's messed up. Okay, so would you rather play Firefight, Halo ODST, or play Horde, Gears of War? I've never played either, so
I'm not a fan of either.
I am. I like both of them, so I'm at least a fan, but either way, I've never played either of those modes, so
Well, I guess I would choose Halo because I really dislike Gears of War.
yeah. I like either, so it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, I'd probably play. I'd probably choose the Horde mode.
I wouldn't bitch.
57, nice. Okay, so would you rather have a giant birthmark covering 78% of your face, or
God.
have a 2-foot tail? I'll take a cat's tail, please. What? Because that's easy. Like you just have to wear pants all the time, and you just keep it tucked in your pants or whatever.
Yeah.
But as like, if you could like move it around like a cat's tail and shit, I'd rather have a tail easily. Because like if it's a birthmark, you obviously kind of have an excuse. Because whatever the case may be, it's like it's a birthmark, blah blah blah. So it wouldn't hinder you too much, but still, it would be awesome to have a fucking tail. All right. So, would you rather have the ability to teleport or be able to time travel? Time travel. Like teleporting would be awesome, but I'd rather be able to like go back in time.
But it says you would not be able to affect the time and space concept.
Continuum. Well, that's no fun. I mean, I guess you could go back and witness stuff, but I guess I couldn't like go back and like wait for the lottery numbers and then go back a couple days and then buy me like a lottery ticket. I guess I couldn't do that because that would be affecting the time space continuum.
Right. So you could only go back and learn from etc.
Kind of.
So if that's the case, then I would.
If you couldn't change anything, then yeah, I'd rather be able to teleport because then I could just travel for free. Right. Since it seems like there's no limitations on your teleportation ability, I'd be able to go teleport over to Japan, and like Italy and France and everywhere else. I could just teleport to work.
Wow, 50-50.
Damn,
That's insane.
nice 50-50. But I think it should be higher for the teleport because you can't affect the time space continuum in any way, which means it's like so you can't do anything at all. You can't go back and try to make a different decision. You can't go back and do almost anything different than what it's already done as of now. So
Right.
you can't change like anything in your life. So no, that part's not worth it. Um,
Wow. Hmm. This one's kind of
okay. This one's kind of easy because it says, "Would you rather be known as a drug dealer or be known as a liar?" And then down there it says you wouldn't be the friendly neighborhood dealer either. So you're not like you're like one of those hardcore kind of drug dealer guys that like that's probably killed people, shit like that. So I'd rather choose the red.
either way. You don't have people's trust.
Exactly.
So it's,
I'd rather be on the other side of it though, I guess.
oh man, that's horrible.
Okay, so it says down in the thing, being a slave means being an unpaid servant that can't quit or leave. This is not necessarily a slave in the historical sense. Hmm.
So unpaid.
So you,
Does that mean that you don't get to eat either?
it doesn't say. It just says unpaid. So I mean, to keep you alive, they would whoever was your master or whatever would have to feed you, otherwise you would die. But no, I'd rather be homeless because in the thing it doesn't say you can't fix it. So just because I'm homeless doesn't mean I can't fix it. If I get if I get cleaned up and stuff, I could probably get a job and be able to like work it and get out of this situation of being homeless and be able to get like a place.
Okay,
So
but what if you're the slave of like a really attractive, what's the word, dominatrix?
yeah, maybe, but that's if. It doesn't say that. It just says you're a slave. So it means you could be a slave of somebody that lives like in a trailer park that just wants you to fetch beer all the time and whatever weird other shit. So it's like I would rather not take the chance because there's no defying it. Like if you got to be a slave and you got to choose who you were a slave for, then maybe. Because then it's
Okay,
like
but
okay,
there's something that you don't know though about being homeless. Um, being homeless is actually more dangerous than being a slave. And being homeless means that um, you have the potential to be murdered any time of the day, especially when you're sleeping.
yeah, maybe I know. But
Because
either way,
there is some crazy fuckers out there.
yeah, it's not like there's not. But I'm just saying, either way, if I had to choose, there's no. It's not going into any kind of specifics. So it's not like I can choose to be a slave and then I get to choose who I'm a slave for. If that was the case, then yes, I would choose the red. But the blue, otherwise, it still means it kind of puts you in a situation that you can still hopefully get yourself out of. To where if you can get a job, then you can get a place and then you can not be homeless anymore. So it's just since there's no specifics to it, I can't really say. Okay, we had this one in the previous video too.
I don't think so.
Yeah, we have. Okay. So, would you rather be chased by 100 rabid squirrel? Oh, wait, we've had this one before too. Dang. Yeah. Okay, if you were in a pinch, would you rather rely on the A team or rely on MacGyver?
Assuming that MacGyver's theories could actually work in the real world. then I would choose MacGyver.
Technically, they kind of could, maybe not exactly, but same with a lot of stuff the A Team does.
I've never
And A
watched anything.
Team, I kind of have, and but the A Team more relies more on guns and explosions and shit like that. So that kind of puts you in a lot of danger. It's not like MacGyver wasn't in some dangerous situations, but either way. So I'd choose MacGyver though. Still, either way.
Okay.
Jeez, that was low. That kind of sucks. All right. Now, would you rather be locked in a New York City studio apartment with 400 pugs for a year, or be forced to round up all the pugs in the U.S. and put them on a boat bound for North Korea? Um,
Uh,
I'd choose the red because I guess it would give me the chance to like
you know
go
how
all
much it
over
would
the U.S.
stink over time if you were locked up with pugs?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm saying I'm not gonna. That's why I'm not gonna go with the blue because like if you're locked in there with them, they have nowhere to go to the bathroom. So they're just like, no way, especially for a whole year, you would probably die though.
Right.
But then also there'd be the point of like, how do you get food? How does the dogs get food? How do you get food? If you're locked in the apartment, do you get delivered food? Just there's no specifics. So either way, I'd rather go with the red because like it kind of gives you an excuse to where you could just go all over the U.S. You know, you'd get to explore all the stuff and see a lot of places. So I'd go with that. Okay, so would you rather get paid to read every book or get paid to watch every TV show?
Every book. Every single book.
I know, but then it's like, okay, so with this, if for every book you read you get paid. But then how does it work for TV shows? Do you have to watch a whole season and then you get paid? Or do you just get watched for every episode of every TV show? It doesn't really say, so I don't know because that's hard. There's a shitload of books out there though, but there's a lot of TV shows, and so if we're also talking TV shows and books in different languages, then it would also mean that it would let you comprehend other languages.
Um,
So I'd probably rather choose books because then if I could read books and it would let you comprehend other languages, it would be a good way to learn other languages.
well, does that mean that you at least get to use like Audible or something?
It doesn't really say, and I doubt it because those are audiobooks. They're books, but it says read, not listen.
Well,
So
assuming that that's a factor that is allowed, I would choose something.
yeah, if it was, it wouldn't be too bad. But like I said, either way, it would ultimately give you more possibilities. Because if you got paid to read every book you read would get you'd get paid for. So I think that could add up to a greater thing.
This
So,
is why this generation.
right. That's one reason too. Because there are so many shitty TV shows out there. It's like you could kind of say the same thing for books. There's kind of a lot of bad books out there, but there are way more shitty TV shows than good ones, though. So you're having to sit there and sit through them and sit through like Sex in the City. Okay, you want to really sit through every single season of Sex in the City? Okay, go for it, dude. Go. I'm
The
not
show,
going to do that.
the
Hell
show
no.
is horrible.
Exactly. And you would, and according to that, it means you would have to. At some point, you would have to get through to where you're watching like Sex in the City and a bunch of other crappy stuff. It's not worth it. So, all right. So, would you rather travel the world confined to a wheelchair or spend your whole life in the same 200-mile radius?
And I think I'd have to choose the wheelchair. God, because 200 miles is nothing.
It's a lot,
But eventually, if you live somewhere, you will cover that like over time, right? So
probably.
you would get bored really easily once you see that nothing new is gonna come there.
You might, but it's just you're in the same, 200-mile radius, but it doesn't mean that that stuff that's within there can change. There could be new buildings, new companies, new this and that.
If that 200-mile radius is Tokyo, then sure, why not? But
Exactly. Like if you got to
otherwise,
choose the radius, then I'd be
otherwise,
like, okay, well then I'm gonna choose Kyoto. And like so I get to cover Kyoto in like a 200-mile radius around it or whatever. And then I get to spend the rest of my life there. So then I could live just outside Kyoto in the nice, little village or whatever. And then there we go. So I'd rather choose the red because then if you get to choose it, so yeah, I don't know. I'd still rather go with the red.
all right, last one.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to do either.
Yeah. Kind
Well,
of.
actually, I would like to be able to swim again, but that would involve a lot of leg cramps.
Yeah.
But I would like to swim again.
Yeah, that's a lot though. It's like if you 26 miles. That is that's kind of insane. No, I'd rather choose swimming too, because yeah, I'd rather be able to swim because I do like swimming, so I'd go for the swimming also.
Wow, another even 50-50.
Jeez. Well, it's a little higher on the swimming side because it's like 781, and then that one's 779. So it's at least I guess a little higher, but that's still pretty even though it's close. So that's not bad.
All right, that's it for the video.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we're trying to get back on schedule, so hopefully we'll have the next one for Would You Press the Button next week. We're not sure how long we're going to continue this series, so if you guys don't mind, just leave us some comments and let us know if you're enjoying the series and you want us to keep it going, then we will. If not, we might be stopping it soon. And also, don't leave us some suggestions for games that you might enjoy, because we do take requests, and we'll try to get those games as soon as possible so that we have some new stuff to put up on the channel. We're also going to be working on that on our own to try to get some new games, so we have some stuff to put on the channel. So don't forget the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.